Over the weekend, Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz gave a speech in Largo, Florida, where he openly mocked the different variants that we are now seeing of the COVID virus. He did this in the state of Florida, that is now number one in new cases, number one in hospitalizations, and number one in COVID deaths. Out of all 50 states, nobody is doing a worse job on COVID than the state of Florida. And here's this idiot congressman telling people, nah, don't worry about it. I'm going to make fun of it. Here he is. Here are his exact words. Take a look.
I mean, you know, you've had all the experts say, well, look out for the Delta variant or the Lambda variant. Next is going to be like the Chi Omega variant or the Pi Kappa Psi variant. I got the Florida variant. I got the Freedom variant. It affects the brain.
Oh, it affects the brain. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that point, Matt. For the record, he did continue to say it affects the brain and that it allows people to think for themselves, which we're in the middle of a deadly global pandemic. Having everybody be a lone wolf on this issue really isn't going to cut it, Matt. What we need right now is for people to listen to the people who are smarter than them. And see, Republicans have always had a problem with that. They don't want to listen to the people who know more than them. But we've been listening to them for the last 18 months tell us that that is somehow a violation of their freedoms, taking away their freedom of choice, because all these so-called smart people, these people with PhDs and medical degrees, telling us how we should live our lives. Well, to hell with it, Matt Gaetz says. As an unprecedented number of children in the state of Florida become hospitalized from the new Delta variant of the coronavirus, being sent to the ICUs. Some of them never going home again. Others going home with a potential lifetime of breathing problems. See, folks, we don't know for certain the long-term effects of COVID. What we're seeing so far is not looking good, though. And again, maybe it'll clear up after a year or two with some of these individuals, but there are people who got the original COVID over a year ago that still report breathing problems to this day. Breathing problems that hadn't existed before they got the virus. People have had to have lung transplants because the virus destroyed their lungs so badly. And here is this idiot congressman who knows how bad things are in Florida. Let's get that straight right now. Matt Gaetz understands how dangerous the virus is, but he's vaccinated, so he thinks he's okay. So he knows he can go out there, talk to these idiot COVID deniers, anti-vaxxers, whatever you want to call them, and he knows he can get them drummed up with that whole thing of it's your personal choice. Personal choice, personal choice, personal choice. Not when your personal choice could result in somebody else being sent to the hospital. Not when your personal choice could result in a family having to bury their child or children having to bury their parents. That's not a personal choice at that point. That's a policy choice. Just like you can't argue, Matt, that shotgunning a 12-pack and then getting behind the wheel of a car, that's my personal choice to drive drunk. Nope. When you put other people in danger, when your actions threaten the lives of others, it's no longer a personal choice. And that's how we have to start looking at this. And again, Matt Gaetz knows. He sees the numbers. He knows what's happening in the state of Florida. But at this point, it is safe to say he simply doesn't care. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.